All right. Hello. Today is Thursday, May 7th, and this is your um, Q&A for AP English. Today's live class, you may not have found that as helpful as we might have liked. They did have a poet come in and talk a lot about the different ways to interpret poetry, which I think that was kind of interesting. And if that's something that interests you, then you might want to go back and watch it if you haven't yet. But as far as preparing for the test, I'm not so sure. Tomorrow's class, though, it's the final review. They're going to take you on an overview through the process. So I would recommend that you watch that one to be sure. And then we'll have a Q&A at 11:50. As for now, I've heard from the most common question I've been getting the last day or two is, where's my email from the College Board? Which, most of you, vast majority of you already confirmed your tests, but some of you, you're wondering whether you didn't get an email or why you didn't get an email. Well, first of all, you may have had your Dallas ISD email put in for your College Board account instead of your Yahoo or your Gmail. And if that's true, you're going to want to check your DISD email. How do you do that? Well, you go to outlook.com/DallasISD.org. That's outlook.com/DallasISD.org. Then enter your ID and password, just like logging in at school on a computer. It'll work. And I promise it works. Now, if you have Yahoo or Gmail, College Board email might have gone to your spam, your junk mail, your promotions folder if you're in Gmail. Could be in one of those places, or it could be in your spam box. If it's not there, you need to let me know, and I'll give you a phone number to call so you can talk to the College Board. We can't call for you. You have to call for yourself. If you were in this situation back in the fall, you may remember, I had to call the College Board in class and then bring you to the phone because they won't talk to us about your account because of student confidentiality. On Monday, you will get your e-ticket for Wednesday's test. So it's very important that you check your email Monday and make sure you get your e-ticket. I'll be sending around, a message about that because that's how you're going to take your test. It doesn't obviously give you the test question, but you're going to need that. That's how you'll get to the test on Wednesday. So very important email coming to you on Monday. If you haven't completed the pre-test checklist, go ahead and do that. That means, some of those items include getting your paper together that you're going to write. Telling your parents, hey, chill out from say 12:30 to 2 because I'm going to be working on my AP test, and finding a place where you can work free of interference from things like, siblings, cousins, a lot of noise, anything that would be a distraction to you. So I would say those are important items to have. A good pen if you're writing the test, maybe a backup pen in case that pen goes out. All the things that you would do in a testing environment, but instead of just raising your hand and saying, hey, can you bring me another pen? You've got to have those things, set out for yourself. So, those are things that you can do to make your life easier. If you haven't, I would go back to Tuesday's live class, where they walk through, a live simulation of the whole process from start to finish. That would be worthwhile. Monday's video that I put up or it said, this is the demo. It shows you exactly step by step, what to do. So, when Wednesday comes, you'll be ready to do as well as you can. At this point, I'll take questions about Essay 7 or Essay 8, if you have them. And I'd like to see those Essay 7s or Essay 8s by Monday, so I can give them back to you Tuesday, so I have time to look over them before Wednesday. If you haven't done 7, go ahead and do it. I mean, there's no lateness. So So go ahead and get it done. The more work you can do for yourself, the better. A couple of you have pointed out that one benefit of the AP review class is that they're helping you organize your thoughts more quickly for the test. And I think that's great. So I would go back and watch the series of classes about, finding a thesis, finding your evidence, developing a line of reasoning. Watch those again and, take a look. So, because a lot of the essays I'm seeing turned in are pretty close. But, a lot of you still haven't turned in essay 7. We did a pretty good job with essay 6, but essay 7 is kind of trickling in slowly. So I know a lot of us have stress and, work. But, the more time you can put into that between now and next Wednesday, the better your likelihood is going to be of getting free college English. And that's, depending on where you go, that could be worth, several $100s or even more as far as credit hours. So, you're treat it like a job because you can get paid in that way too. Okay, well, if there are no questions, then I will be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Watch that review class, and we'll have a special drawing again for people who are able to watch that class and answer a mystery question. So, because I think it's a very important class for us to have in mind ahead of the test. So, if you have any questions between now and then, send it on Remind, and we will see you tomorrow.